Welcome back, guys. Good to be on. Hope you're all doing well. So we're almost through the first month of this year. So I've just got a little message here, just to sort of give us. Obviously, I gave a rundown on 2023 last time. So this is just to sort of navigate through this quarter one really, and what's to come up. There's a couple of the same messages slightly about the throat chakra and the media, but they've added a little bit extra in this around those 2 points. So you'll see those two similar points to the 2023 forecast. But really, it's a good message because it sort of gives you something that you can do to help sort of bring yourself out of that sort of that frequency hold. So what we'll be establishing, over this next year is we'll do a lot more of these videos, and we'll be looking at it sort of every 6 weeks to 2 months, because there's going to be such a shift going on. And this new frequency that's coming into our cellular information now is creating a huge rift in human collective consciousness. So of course it's going to push everything to the surface. And like the message says, the more you've been working on yourself, the easier it's going to be to navigate through this emotional field. So I'll get straight into the message, and we can talk a little bit about it later. Because I did talk a little bit, spoke a lot more in the last video about where we're really at. So I don't really repeat all that again. So I channeled this earlier today. So the main ailments you can expect are throat chakra issues and any related anatomical structures in that location, i.e. shoulders, etc. So you're going to have a heightened bowel issues, heightened anxiety, worry and fear. Many beings on the planet are experiencing electromagnetic energy moving through their meridian system. This is to align the physical body with the new earth frequencies. People who have been working on their emotional mental health will start to feel much lighter in the summer. Consciousness is redefining itself on the planet, bringing the gift of union amongst the human race. Another great gift is being bestowed upon this planet, and all you need to do is receive it is the intention. There is a window, if you like, opening to disconnect from the heaviness of human collective vibration. If you were to witness this psychically, you would see a dual highway of frequency algorithms made up of the feminine and masculine universal conduits. If you go into a cell, what you will generally see is a low frequency, almost a stasis in life force with a numbing down effect. So this algorithm can be seen to penetrate the cell with this dual frequency, fusing not only light, but remembrance of source itself. And it brings a foundation of strength and awareness. It will bring forth all that is suppressed within your being for your acknowledgement and your final transformation. It will make things easier to work on than before, as most human beings shy away from their denied emotional health. We are witnessing an augmentation in people's biofields, aligning with galactic frequencies from many star races who are assisting human beings in awakening their universal memory. It will be subtle, as the human collective is polarized and it's hard to feel extrasensory energy at this time for the many. However, there will be a quickening in the mainstream to develop healthy boundaries with one another. You are too caught up in other people's stories and lives, and in truth, it's a distraction from going into self-inquiry. There will be a lot of confusion and uncertainty these next few months as the unconscious shifts its alignment to what is really transpiring on the planet. So nurture yourself, be kind and gentle with your inner child, embrace new ideas and thought processes. As you are starting to align with the real purpose of being incarnate on your current timeline. You will notice energy moving around your body and flickers in your peripheral sight. This will be a sign to work on yourself, to send your thoughts out to the invisible world, and finally start integrating a conscious connection with your soul body. There is always a positive and a negative, and the fear-mongering around security, food, and energy at the moment is a chance to disconnect from the mainframe and do the inner work. And don't forget, in truth, it's an illusion, for the universe is infinitely abundant. All these shortages are a reflection of human denial. And that is okay, because it's part of the duality you are experiencing. But in truth, your fear of survival is being attacked, and polarization is really being felt this year. It will be intense. So it's how you personally deal with it. And that is the point. Stop watching the news and anything to do with the world crisis for a week, and your vibration will shift. You will feel lighter, clearer, with more enthusiasm for your own health and well-being. You cannot change anything when you are plugged into the current mainframe. It's manipulating and pulls on your emotional denial, triggering fear and anxiety. Meditate for 5 to 10 minutes a day. Get out in nature. Cook food you haven't before, and find something creative to do in this week off. But also for Q1. You will feel better, but you must work on yourselves. No one can take away your pain other than yourself. Okay, so it sort of, it just adds on to a bit of the other message, and sort of just brings a bit more clarity. And I think that's the best way to sort of navigate through these messages now. Obviously, there's a lot of videos over COVID that are still relevant because there's some activations and meditations. So have a scroll down if you're on the group, or if you're on my main page. They're all there. I keep them on there permanently anyway. So I'll be doing another video again shortly. But the main thing is that we have to understand that everything moving on the unconscious level is coming to the surface. And like we said, there's going to be a lot of people going into their polar opposites this year. We're going to extreme polarity, because what's happening, it has to expand before it comes back into alignment. During COVID, it had come very close, and you could see the light and dark with the same energy, or the light and the shadow, shall we say. And it was very, very obvious, and we talked about that. But what's happening now, that it's expanding because of the energy coming onto the planet. And people that are in denial, it has to go one way. It can't stay in alignment, because we would just frazzle out. And of course, it's pushing up on everything that is suppressed and denied. And of course, most people, in the mainstream, unaware that they're multidimensional, interdimensional beings. So they don't understand that half the stuff they're feeling is not even from this life. So it's a very convoluted conversation to have a lot of people. But like I said, the more you're working on yourself, you change your cellular information. Everyone you walk past down the street, in the shopping centre, you're going to affect. And if they're ready to awaken, they're going to pick up on that cellular information, and they're going to start to adapt it. Because the more light we're holding now in our bodies, that's going to expand. So our auric fields, before a couple of years ago, maybe went out 100 metres, they can go out much further now. And just depends on obviously how much we work on ourselves. All right, guys, so I will be back, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. Have a good weekend or rest of the week. I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.